I started logging when I was 18 for building right away, and about third generation logger, and it's it's fed my family for all my life and several before me. We're out here on a county timber sale. This stand that we're in here right now, most of these trees are about 55 or 60 years old. It was probably logged in late 50s, maybe early 60s. You can look around anywhere and you can see that any timber almost that you look at around the area has probably been all cut down at one time. It's a viable resource that when you cut it down, it comes back. When I went to work in the woods, we were still doing BLM, Forest Service clear cuts. And I went back out and looked at them. It's been about 20 years, 25 years, and most of them are almost ready to be harvested in a small diameter stand. Definitely ready to be thinned, and so it does grow back. I don't know why we don't use our own resource right here instead of bringing it in from Canada or someplace else. We still have lots, and it needs to be taken care of. It's so overgrown, if it catches on fire, it does like the biscuit, and it's almost unstoppable. The waste there, I believe they said it was the biggest waste of natural resource ever in the history of the United States. And we don't have to clear cut. We can go in and partial cut these stands and thin them out, make the forest healthier and prevent fires. And I think that we can do a good job with it and help the forest out. This isn't the old days. We do a lot more. We take care of the forest, and most of the loggers are there to take care of the forest. They're not out to just go out here and tear things up, and there's no way to do it without making some kind of a mess, but everything gets cleaned up pretty good. A lot of the government agencies, the BLM, the Forest Services, went to timber marking that it's called D by D, designated by description, that they give you a prescription of what spacing or what size or basal area you're supposed to leave, and then the loggers takes care of that, and that way it cuts out them having to do a whole bunch of timber sales that they've painted and spent how many dollars on, and went out and paid their crews to do all that and lay them out, and then just before they sell them they get protested. So we've got a lot of public dollars tied up in laying these timber sales out that never get logged, and there's a lot of them still standing out there. And then some of them, they even make them go back and paint the marked trees are usually marked with blue paint, and they have to go back and repaint them black so they don't stick out. Just around Grants Pass there were 7 or 8 mills that have closed down, and as far as the economy goes and the jobs, this is what our area, most of the areas in southern Oregon, were built on. The lumber, the timber industry, period. It trickled down and gave everybody jobs. It's not just, hey, the guys out there logging it or the guys at the mill, but it paid the teachers, it paid for all of our commissioners and our county workers. It took care of a lot of stuff, but we don't log enough anymore to do a whole lot with it. There's an awful lot of people right now out of work, and I run a small crew of 3 or 4 guys and keep a couple of truck drivers busy, and there's a little bit of a trickle on it, but from the sale administrators to everything else. But I think we can do a lot better than that.